Live.observer is a listener. We set it up similar to we do live.object, but in live.object is a way to kind of send messages to and get messages from a parameter. This one is listening to a parameter. It's like a person just sitting there watching live a global quantize. And if I change global quantize at all, the live observer is going to send out a message. All right, so it sits there waiting. And we set it up very much the same way that we did the live.object. And then I have a live.thisdevice that sends out a bang when the patch starts. It sends it to path live set, the same path we used before. And it goes down to live path, which outputs an ID number. That ID number then goes to the TBL device here. Now the T device is really important and one you'll end up using all the time if you're programming in Max, because the T device configures your order of operations. Very often you want to send out a series of messages, but it has to happen in a certain order for the whole patch to function properly. And that's what we have here with the trigger device. So this is a trigger device. It's going to start from the right and work its way left, which is really the standard order of operations in Max is from right to left. It takes a bit of getting used to, really. So the first thing is this first one is L, and these are really talking about the type of signal, or the type of data that it's going to send. So this L stands for list, and you can consider messages as lists of individual characters, right? The ID space 0 is a list of 4 characters, ID space and 0, or ID space and 1. So the first thing it's going to do is send that ID space 1 over to the right inlet of live observer. Just like we did down here in live object, we sent ID 1 to the right side of live object. Then to the left side of live object, we're going to tell the live observer, to the left side of the live observer, we're going to tell it which property we want it to actually be looking at and focusing on. So then we bang this message box, so property clip trigger quantization is set to the left inlet of live observer. So now live observer is focused on a specific thing. The right side was which object, and the left side is which parameter. From then on, if clip trigger quantization changes at all, live observer will send out the value that it gets changed to. And let's try that out. I'll make a message box and I'll connect live observer to the right hand side of it. If I come into live and change this to none, we're going to see over here that 0 is in that message box. So live observer sent out the message 0 every time, or sends out a message every time the global quantize is changed.